Don't forget to leave us in the comments below what more you want to see. And I immediately went sexual in my mind. What more you want to see. What? I don't know why.
You want to see a shoulder.
That was honest.
That's what I got for you.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mom Zoo. I'm so excited to be back. I've been on vacation, but first I want to hear what you guys have been up to.
I have not been on vacation.
No.
I've been really sick. I'm hoping to get through this episode. Actually, I've been like super sick for 2 weeks.
You have been sick. You were sick when I left.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I feel like I haven't been doing anything, and I feel like I'm behind on everything in my life.
That's what I was going to bring you today is echinacea, because that's one thing you haven't tried, huh?
Yeah.
I swear by it.
I don't like
your
going.
immune system.
Yeah, I do need to try it. I don't really like going to the doctor. I don't know why. I have nothing against doctors. I'm grateful for doctors. I always take my kids to the doctor, but when I'm sick, like, I can get better. I can do this.
I can do. I don't need that.
Self-heal.
So, yeah. So I love to use oils, and I was talking to my cousin Jessie because we do doTERRA, and I've been putting all these different drops in a cup and putting hot water in there, and you breathe it in, and it has oregano in it, so then I just cough and it burns, but it has like helped. It's the only thing that's helped because I woke up one day and everything on my face hurt, like my cheekbones, my jaw, my teeth, and
I probably have a sinus infection.
I probably do. But I do feel like I'm getting better. Like,
How do you get rid of that? Do you have to do the neti pot thing?
That helps. Do you do it?
I should have. I had a neti pot a couple
and you
years ago.
put essential oils in it, and then it's like, woo!
Yeah, like right into your face.
You should do it and vlog it.
Just well, and the weirdest thing is like I feel like my nose has been like I've been blowing it so much, and then it's stuffed, and then this and that, and every time I blow my nose now, I don't know if I have a sore, but it feels like I've been swimming. And when you get like the chlorine stuck in there, so then it like brings me like all these flashback memories of like swimming at the natatorium. So that was kind of fun. So the bright side.
Being sick is fun because it reminds you of swimming.
Yeah, I was like,
I think you've been snorting too many oils.
I know, I do too.
You can smell chlorine.
Like I can smell the chlorine. Oh, I'm swimming. I'm 7 again.
We need to have, this is actually, today is an intervention is what today
I'm
is.
7 again.
Kaylee's snorting oils.
I promise I'm not on anything. I've just been sick. I haven't had any human contact.
We love it. It's okay.
So hopefully I don't get anyone sick.
I know, everyone's had it. I feel like we haven't, knock on wood.
Yeah,
It's because I got some holy water up in my house and I was like, ain't no sickness getting in here. Just throwing it around everywhere.
Well, what have you been up to?
Not anything that great, just married life.
That is great.
Yeah, just getting into like the balance of it all. Jackson's been traveling more for work, but we've been trying to be better about communicating schedules because it's so weird how you think that you tell or that like you've talked about it and they've heard you, but then it's like, I didn't know about that. I'm like, yes, you didn't know about that. So I like got this huge calendar. I'm like, use the pencil it in. And then he'll use pen and I'm like, I said pencil because then we can't erase it.
That's
He's
so
just like,
funny.
she's crazy.
I just did that too. That's so funny. But you should get a chalkboard. And you can just like,
yeah, erase it.
You know what happens is you're both doing this,
Yeah.
and you tell each other something, and it's like,
yeah, exactly.
In one ear, out the other. Yeah. So we're
that
just trying
happens
to.
to Shay and I a lot.
I can imagine
like
with
between
your
both
schedule.
of us, we're it's the worst because like then we'll like everyone else knows about it, but I'm like, did I know about that? Because I don't think I did, but I'm not gonna get mad because maybe I did know about it. But it's like we both do that to each other all the time.
I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, I need to record our conversations because I can't even remember if he told me that, and I can't get mad if I don't remember. So I'm like, oh gosh. So hopefully this calendar will help us get better about communicating. So
You guys are so cute. I love watching your vlogs.
You're
like,
nice.
oh, newlyweds.
been
That's
slacking
so fun.
on the What's Up
No,
Woods.
you haven't.
We were doing every day, and we're like, if we don't say we're gonna do every day and commit, then nobody can get mad.
That's how we've always been with Casey Livier.
But then it's like when you don't put it up and you hear about it, you feel guilty. And it's so weird. As soon as I feel guilty, then I don't continue uploading. It's like the weirdest mind game.
No, it's true. It's like that's kind of how it is for Shay. Like if he feels like it's a job, then he doesn't want to do it. But when he's excited about creating, like when he gets in that mode of just like editing and he loves it and he loves what we filmed, like then it doesn't matter. He doesn't even care about the comments then. It's just like I don't even care if they hate it. It's for me.
Right.
That's funny because I've been doing this project for the dance studio I've been like working with, and I wanted to put together a recital video because everybody goes to a dance recital and they're like waiting for numbers.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cute if I did like a montage for them like throughout the dance recital so they could play clips of it, like interviewing the dancers, showing pieces of like their practices coming together, like those moments as a coach you like looking back on. And it's like I want to do it and I put so much energy because it's fun to me, you know. And then I'm like I can put all this time in just doing this for free and for fun, but then my own like. Been slacking, sorry. Gonna get better. Gonna make my life a dance recital.
Yeah.
Then I'll do it. You like that?
Dance. I think you should create it. If you have an idea and you're like excited about it, that's when you need to do it.
Yeah.
Good point. Sorry, that was a long
So,
update.
No, it's good. Well, we just got back from a big trip. We went to Palm Beach, Florida, which I've never been. It's amazing. I love Florida. Every time we go, it's like warm. And then we flew to DC to the White House, which was so cool.
I always forget where DC's at, but it's above Florida. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and it was like, we stepped off the plane. I was like, oh yeah, it's winter. I forgot. It was freezing. But yeah, the trip, like there's so much I could talk about. The whole trip was amazing. But kind of leading into the topic that I want, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about, we went to this Tony Robbins event. I don't know if any of you know who Tony Robbins is. He's a motivational speaker. He's like been doing it for, I don't know, 20, 30 years, maybe even more. But he's so in tune, like, with helping you understand, like, yourself. Like, that's the whole idea, is, like, discovering what's inside, figuring out how to be happy in this world that is, like everyone's depressed. Like, I can't tell you how many times he's like, tell me, like, everybody in here, raise your hand if you know somebody that is on antidepressants and still depressed. And like almost everybody rose their hands. Wow. Like there's so many people out there that are just sad. And I mean, there's so much to the conference. I can't possibly tell you in a nutshell everything, but it was a life-changing experience for me. It was like,
that's cool.
I learned so much about myself. And the first day is all about conquering your fears. And I walked on fire.
Cool.
So there's that.
Mine would have to be walking on spiders.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Fire, that's cool. But spiders, they're like, well, I'm like, I quit. I'm leaving.
I know, that's how I feel about snakes, like walking through the snakes.
Did it burn your feet?
Well,
I mean, that's a dumb question.
I have to be honest, because most people it didn't. Because if you do it right and you stay in the state of mind that he puts you in, then you don't. But like I did it, and I walked, and I just missed one step. You're supposed to wipe your feet, and then they spray your feet off with a hose. But like I feel like I was in such shock that I did it. Like I got to the end, I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. And they're like, wipe your feet. I'm like, shoot.
Oh no.
And I didn't wipe my feet fast enough. But
did it hurt so bad?
It did hurt, but it didn't hurt until I didn't wipe my feet. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So I just needed to follow through with all the steps, because he said, do not celebrate until you finish.
That's a really good, like, I mean, deeper issue. You could make it deeper, but that's like, you know, don't count your chicken eggs before they hatch or whatever. That's kind of like one of those things. Like, I like that. That's cool. We should go walk on fire.
It was amazing. And it's, when we talk about fears, like you guys are talking about spiders and snakes or whatever, like, there are so many things inside of us, like our deeper fears, that prevent us from being happy, that make us depressed. Like there are things inside of us. It's not necessarily our outside experiences that always cause the depression. It's like what's inside. And I know we talked about that with, you know, with one of the past Moms Views, where we talked about the winter blues and Kayli being depressed and me being depressed, and how, you know, there's so many deeper things that can make people feel that way. And the way that he helped us like discover that was amazing. And I learned some stuff about myself that I was really didn't necessarily want to know, but it made me realize, you know what, I can overcome anything. Like if I can reach inside myself and find my real fears, like my underlying fears of what stops me from making videos, like what stops me from being the best mom that I know how to be, what stops me from loving myself enough so that I can give love to my family. And that ultimately is what I learned, is I learned that, you know, I think sometimes I feel like I love people and I show love to people, but I don't truly love who I am inside. And so I can't fully give everything that I have to give. And he helps people unleash that. And I felt that this weekend. And so I wanted to kind of ask you guys, or just talk to you about, like, if you had no fears, inside of you, if you had nothing holding you back, what could you accomplish in life? Like, what would be your, I'm going to do this?
The first thing that comes to mind is Cooper is obsessed with this Vine video of this cat that tries to jump off the ledge, and it says, I believe I can fly. And then it shows this cat jumping. But Cooper always says that, and it's like a silly thing, and it's probably like, this doesn't fit in at all. But he always says that, and it's like the mom in me that, you know, the nurture is like, you can fly. Like, you can do anything you want. Like, he is obsessed with jumping. It's the weirdest thing right now, but he wants to jump higher and higher and higher. And he wants to be able to touch the top of the door, and he can't, and he gets so frustrated. So he'll say that to himself before he does it. Like, I'll hear himself in his room being like, I believe I can fly. Like, and then he'll try to do it, and then I'm like, and he gets mad and he tries it again. And I just sit there and laugh. And Jackson's like, is he doing like the R. Kelly thing, the fly thing? I'm like, yeah.
I love that.
But it makes me laugh every time. I'm like, it's such a small thing, but that was like the first thing that came to mind. Like that innocence of a child where it's like, you really do believe everything, you know, that like until the world kind of not hardens you over, but, you know, kind of suppresses you down. But it's the same thing. Like, really, what has changed since we've been children to now? Nothing. Right. It's just experiences that, you know, that internal battle and turmoil you're fighting every day that like pushes those dreams and hopes down, and then it's like, well, I can't do that. But yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. I believe I can fly.
I love it. That's so good.
That's exactly right. Like stripping away all those like inhibitions that we as a children, like we don't have. Like Brock could do anything. Like you can see it in his eyes. Like he could accomplish anything. But it's like as we get older and we're told like, oh, you can't do that, or you're not really good enough to do that. You really think you can do that? Like that, then you start to like close up into this little ball. But that, I'm like, you guys need to go to that thing and walk on fire, and you'll just know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. But there's a couple like sayings that he used throughout the conference that really stuck out to me, and one of them is, I think one thing that holds us back is we're kind of expecting in this culture. Like we expect things, we expect good things all the time, and we're not necessarily willing to go out and like go after them. And he said, change your expectations to appreciation and you can accomplish anything. And I thought that was amazing, because I think sometimes that's my inability to like love myself, is like not appreciating all the little things around me, all the things that I do, and not the things, like looking at the things that I can do and not the things that I haven't done or didn't do or should have done, like all the should haves. Like being able to change your expectations of yourself into appreciation for what you are doing and who you are.
I love that. I think that's the same thing, like what you water grows, you know, like, and I think as moms and women, it's so easy to make these tasks lists, and then the only thing that we can think about is maybe we did 105 things, but maybe we didn't get 4 of the things done. And it's so easy, like, well, I didn't do those 4 things. But I'm proud of you, because I feel like when you are a mom of 5 kids, you're supporting Shay. Shay has big dreams to follow. You know, he's just like a dreamer. He always has these crazy ideas. And when you're around him, you feel it. But sometimes like you feel like, oh, I'm not that way. I don't dream as big as him. So I'm proud that you like were able to go do that and like focus on yourself, because I feel like you don't realize how much you give back to your kids and us and the moms you and the world. So it's good that you were able to be fed, and, you know, pushing Shay aside, like you should be able to focus on you. Like that's, I'm happy for you.
Well, it was amazing. Well, and it was surprising, like Shay even learned so much about himself. You know, and that we put ourselves, like just me, like I'm the one that's doing this to myself. Like if I'm depressed and I'm not accomplishing stuff, I'm the one telling myself that. Like nobody else is saying, oh, you're not good enough, you're not doing this. And maybe some of you do have people in your life that do that to you, but it's the same. Like change the expectation into appreciation, and that can change your life.
I think too, when you're fearful, you can reflect that onto your children. Like when Braylee has such a different personality than me. She's very outgoing, and sometimes I feel like my fears hold her back, because I'm like, oh, Braylee, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Right.
You know, so I think if I were to get rid of all of my fears, I could make my children more outgoing and put themselves out there and keep that alive. Keep that, you know, I believe I can fly. Keep that alive forever. If I didn't have those fears, then maybe when they're adults, they won't have those fears.
That's true.
It's hard as a mom though, because you also know like the realities, and it's hard not to like just constantly worry about our kids, you know. And so I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because I feel like I'm the same way with Cooper. Like, he wants to do things and I'm like, But we went to a conference session from our church on Saturday. It's called the adult session, and something that really stood out to me, and I probably have heard it a million times, but he was talking about, if you want to know your children, you need to love what they love. Right. And he's like, how often do we sit down with our kids and just really pay attention to what they're doing? Like, Cooper can Minecraft a whole entire world and empire, and I've tried really hard. I always end up in the hole and I can't get out, and it's like, how long have I really tried, though, to love what he loves? Because now
I think the fact that you played at all,
I gave
that
it, like,
says a lot.
That's giving me credit. I tried a hot minute and I was like, okay, I just put myself in the hole, I'm done.
Like, you just tell me about it. That's what I tell you. Yeah, you just tell me about it.
You just build me a world.
Yeah, just build me something. But then the more I sat and like put my phone down and really like realized, I'm like, oh, he made a place to have family dinner and a place for prayer, and these little tiny details that I wouldn't have known that he's picking up on from our life. And that to me like was really eye-opening. And he always says he wants to be a professional football player or baseball player. And the realist in me is like, that's not a job. It's really hard to make that. But it's like, why would my fears of what I think he could or couldn't do hold him back? And not that I don't feel like I'm supportive, but it's just hard as a mom not to want to kind of like protect them, you know, but it's like
guide them or whatever.
Yeah. And so I think that you're right when you said, if we just, you know, let all of our fears go and just we're there to support them and love them and love what they love, how our relationships would change with, I think, anybody around us, not even our kids, maybe our spouses or friends, like to really take time to get to know what people around you are invested in and try to like somewhat be invested in that. Right. Jackson, the stock market, I'm really going to try, but it's really hard. All those lines are like confusing.
Yeah, that is hard. Well, we want to kick it to Angel and see what Angel thinks. What do you think, Angel?
What's up, ladies? Colette, I love this topic. I feel like it's something that I see in a lot of women, as far as in fears, I guess, stopping us, being like a break in our own success. First of all, the conference that you're talking about, my mom has been to, my friend Wendell had been to, and they spoke so highly of it. My mother really loved it. They both walked on fire. So congratulations to you. I'm sorry you hurt your foot or your feet. But I am glad that you had such a huge breakthrough for yourself. And I feel like I have experienced definite fears that have kept me from doing what I was supposed to do in life. And I think a lot of times those fears had to do with me saying, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all hear me say it about my YouTube channel all the time. I'm like, I don't know. I'm grateful that at least with my YouTube channel, I'm just being like, whatever, we'll see what happens. But there are other things in my career life that I feel like if I didn't question myself and my capabilities so much, that I would have been so much further along. Because I think something that I forget is that nobody came into this world knowing how to do what they do. They had to learn it. It was something that they had to work at. And I'm still capable of learning, even though I don't know everything right now, and I'll never know everything. But if there's something that I really want to do, I need to be proactive and not so afraid of my lack of knowledge, and realize that I can gain whatever knowledge I need. Like, there's nothing holding me back because I'm healthy. I'm healthily mentally, even though I seem crazy sometimes. But I can learn things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I see that a lot of time in women and in minorities. Not to say that white males don't experience their own fears or setbacks, but I feel like that is something I see a lot of times in women. And, you know, especially like, I don't want to say in my race as if I'm speaking for my entire race, but I just feel like there's something that makes... it's very hard for me to word it, but I do feel like in women, I see us question our capabilities, even if we are accomplishing so many things, that there's like a question of, can I do this? And that's something that I'm really been trying to work hard on, and just being in this place of yes. I try to say yes to a lot of things, to force myself to confront whatever fear I might have had that would have made me say no. So I'm trying to say yes more often, to realize that, you know, you might not do it well the first time. You might fail at it the first time, but who knows, you could be successful the second time or the third time or the fourth time. So again, Colette, I'm just really excited for you in that breakthrough because I think you're an amazing woman. I think, of course, a lot of attention is on Shay. He's had so much success in all of his business ventures. He's amazing like that. But I just think you are so super talented, and there's so much in you that I haven't seen yet, the world hasn't seen yet. And I think this place of you being of loving on yourself and really appreciating what you bring to the table is just really going to be a blessing, not only to you, but it's going to be a blessing to so many other people because, you know, there'll be nothing there to hold you back. Ooh, I like that. Kayli, Colette. All right, guys, I am going to jet, but it was so great to see you guys. It was so great to talk to you subscribers, and I'll see y'all next time.
Thank you, Angel. I always love what she has to say. And this is a topic that I feel like we could talk about for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I probably will be because I learned so much over the last week.
I can like tell a difference in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that with us.
That makes me feel like crying. That was weird. But I did. I was like, oh, she noticed the difference.
I do.
I do. I mean, I feel different.
Yeah, I feel like you're like here and you're like, I'm here, I'm Colette, and this is me, and get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Even though she's little, and we hear it in the comments all the time, she's very fierce and big today.
Yes, I am big today. Well, you know, I think just feeding your mind helps a lot. And I've been reading a lot of things, been talking to a lot of people. So, but a couple of the books I wanted to tell you guys about is Getting the Love You Want by Harville Hendrix. Hendrix or Hendrix? Dang it. I need to know that.
Something along lines. We'll leave it in the description.
We'll put it in the description below. And then The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
I've heard that's amazing.
It is amazing. And I listened to the audiobook on Audible, and it's a little bit new agey. Like, you feel kind of like, well, I'm a hippie. I'm listening to this stuff. But it is so good. And so those are two that I would recommend you guys read. I will definitely be talking about them in the future. This isn't a brand deal, but it's just something I'm passionate about. So yeah,
it's like that book I always talk to you guys about. I'm like,
That one book,
and I just
and we bought it.
that. Yeah,
We both bought it, but I haven't read it.
that's okay. We should start a book club on the
Yeah,
Mom's
we
View.
should read. We should read books together with you guys and empower
And
each
just
other.
have
inspire
like
each other.
where we talk, like we have a month to read it. You guys read it along with us, and then we can all kind of like interact with each other. That'd be cool.
Let us know if you guys want to do that. And I love audiobooks. That's why I listen to audiobooks, because I don't always have time to sit down and read. But I have time in the car when I'm driving kids to like dance and stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely, books are good. So if you guys want to see more, books are good.
We have the great
Books are good. So if you guys want to do like a Mom's View book club, let us know. And let us know some books that you guys are interested in that have helped you or changed your life, or that have just been fun to read. So
Amen. Good episode,
Anyways,
ladies. Love
yes,
you.
high
Inspired.
fives. Yes.
Get it, girl. Don't try walking on fire at home without your
Yeah,
pants.
please
Right.
don't. Oh my gosh.
It's like those things that they say, like, don't try this at home.
Definitely don't. All right, that's it for our episode today, you guys. Thank you for always supporting us. We really appreciate it. And let us know in the comments what more you would like to see from us. And we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to tweet us, Instagram us, like, share, subscribe, and all those fun things. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.